Hey crystal friends, we've made it to episode 3 of the weekly crystal drop. Thank you so much to everyone who's purchased so far. I honestly could not do it without you guys, so thank you, I really appreciate it. Oh, do you like my cute little ghost, by the way? How adorable is he? And speaking of cute, oh my gosh, cuteness overload. How adorable are these pumpkins? Oh, I love them. So as per usual, all of these lovely crystals are available to claim, and for details of how to claim, just read the description below. With that being said, well, let's do it. Let's start off this week with these gorgeous Caribbean calcite towers. This is piece A, and it has a really deep cave there. And the most gorgeous colour that isn't quite coming through on camera. Imagine like a warm Caribbean sea with crystal clear waters. That is what the colour of this reminds me of. This is piece A and it's £27. Moving on to piece B. This one's got a really nice little vug as well. Gorgeous banding. Oh, the colour on that side. Oh my days. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Lots of nice rich pops of blue. And this one is £31. This is piece C. And this is really nice quality Caribbean calcite. This is piece C and it's £23. And lastly we have piece D. Just got some gorgeous bright blue with really nice translucency. And a little aragonite base. These towers might not have the classic Caribbean calcite banding where they look like a beach, so they have the blue calcite and then the brown aragonite, but these did come from the Caribbean calcite mine in Pakistan. It's a single source material, so that's why it's relatively rare. And it was actually only discovered in 2019, believe it or not. It feels like it's been around forever, but oh wow, doesn't that bit look like Larimar? I think, to be honest, sometimes when Larimar's faked, they actually use Caribbean calcite. Even though this is a rare material, it's not quite as rare as Larimar, which is ultra rare. But I think the very best examples of Caribbean calcite came really early on when they first found the deposit. And it's actually, I've heard it's being close to being mined out and the more recent material isn't quite as quality. These towers are actually old stock that my supplier had put aside. He knows that I like quality, so he pulled these out of his stock for me. So these are actually old stock towers and they are lovely quality. So now that I waffled on about it, this is piece D and it's £27. Okay, next we're going to move on to these Larvikite palm stones, which are also from Pakistan. And they have these absolutely beautiful blue silver flashes. I absolutely love Larvikite and I think it's a really underrated stone. So this is piece A and it's just £6. This one is piece B and it's covered in those lovely flashes. And the reason that Larvikite flashes like this is it's caused by the Schiller effect, because Larvikite's actually a feldspar, which is in the same family as moonstones and Labradorite, which is why it has these moonstone-esque flashes. This one is piece B, it's the biggest one, and it's £7. Moving on to piece C. These are all nice quality pieces. They've all got this gorgeous, gorgeous flash. So this piece is £6. Piece D is the smallest, but it still is beautiful. And piece D is just £5. Finally, piece E. Whoa, that's a huge flashy bit there, that's crazy. Piece E knows how to make itself known. So, super flashy piece E is £6. And a size reference there. Okay. Moving on to some carvings now. I've got these adorable baby Buddha carvings, and this one, if it's going to show, has a really big rainbow right in his head. You can only see it at really particular angles. He's a bit shy about showing it, but yeah, he does have this really big, beautiful rainbow right there. And these are carved from nice quality clear quartz. It has pretty good clarity. They're really, really nicely carved. This is piece A, and he's £18. And I've got 3 pieces and they're all £18 because they're all essentially the same. This is piece B, and the way that he's sitting here in this meditative position actually represents enlightenment. So he does look very calm, I have to say. That one is piece B. And this one is piece C. And he's got a little silvery rainbow in his arm. Nice clarity. That sort of size. And they just make really nice little decorations, and they're just quite calming to look at. They're very sweet. This is PC, and he's £18, just like his brothers. Next up, it is a material that's a little bit difficult to show on camera, but I'll do my best. So this is Yttrium fluorite from Mexico. It's this really clear mint green fluorite with bands of yttrium running through, which are this gorgeous pastel lavender colour. And this is a relatively rare material. I'll see if I can show the translucency and the banding. So you can see how gorgeous and translucent this material is. And this is piece A, and it's £13, and it is quite a good sized palm. It's got some weight to it. So that is piece A. Piece B has really gorgeous bands as well. Piece B is £12. This is piece C. And yttrium fluorite is actually also known as Outtro fluorite or lavender fluorite, and you can see where it gets the lavender name from because of the colour. And these gorgeous lavender bands occur when the rare earth element yttrium actually substitutes for calcium within the fluorite, and that's where these gorgeous lavender bands come from. You can see that the yttrium's not transparent, the fluorite is, but the yttrium's not. So piece C is just £11. Piece D is an interesting one because it has this really fine dendritic layer. And you do find this with yttrium fluorite, as it can and will sometimes form these dendritic layers, which just give it another element. And this one's got really, really nice green fluorite and gorgeous wispy yttrium bands. You can see them really clearly there. And piece D is just £12. And then lastly we have piece E, which has got some really, really fine banding. Gorgeous, gorgeous clarity. It's actually completely clear here. It doesn't even have any colour. It's it's almost like clear quartz there. You can see these ephemeral bands just appearing and disappearing. And piece E is also £12. The next material is even more difficult to show on camera, but I will do my best. So this is Rainbow Obsidian, which is also from Mexico, and at the moment it just looks like regular old black obsidian because it's not showing any colours, even though I know for a fact they are there. What I'll do with these is I will film them separately later under different lighting because they are just not interested in showing any colour. They have to have really strong direct light to really shine, or sunlight, of which we have none today because there's a massive storm blowing in and it's all windy and cloudy and nasty outside. So, okay, so I've had to switch the main lights off, and hopefully we'll get these guys to actually show their true colours. So, oh yeah, this one has these gorgeous purple and green bands on the front, And then on the back, it has a spectrum of green, purple, gold, and even some little bits of blue, and it's been carved in a way that really shows it off. This is a relatively rare and pricey material. So this piece is piece A and it's £26. This is the next piece. And this one actually has bronzy coloured layers on that side, but as you turn it through the light, they turn purple, green and blue. And the back on this one is this pure, vibrant green. Sorry about the dust, honestly. You clean them and literally 2 seconds later they're dusty again. I'm not even joking. You can see this is pure green on the back. And this is piece B and it's £23. Next up is piece C. And this one has the full spectrum of colours, all these gorgeous bands. And the back is gorgeous mix of purple and green. Piece C is £26. Next is piece D. And D is really green. What's really cool about it is the green is in so many different colours. He is actually green on both sides with just a pinky purple dot in the centre. And the back is really, really vivid green. But again, it's actually, when you look closely, the green is all different shades. There's like a teal green and there's a paler green. It's really amazing. Piece D is £27. And our very last one is piece E, and this one has stunning colours, gorgeous purples and greens. It has a small natural line there. That's not a scratch, that is a natural line in the obsidian. The colours of this piece are just to die for. It's almost got a velvet obsidian effect on the back. And it's really interesting actually how this obsidian forms. So obsidian is basically lava that's just cooled so quickly that crystals don't have chance to form, so it just forms this one solid mass, which is essentially glass, which is just melted silica. And what happens with rainbow obsidian is that as the lava cools, it kind of cools into layers, and each layer traps microscopic nanoparticles of magnetite. And so once it's all fully cooled down and it's formed, it's made up of all these practically invisible layers of magnetite. So when light passes through it, you see you can't see anything now because it's got light on it, but it's not strong enough. But when a strong light passes through the magnetite, because the layers of magnetite are less dense than the obsidian, the light actually bends as it passes through, and it also reflects off the top and the bottom of the layer. So you've got light waves sort of going all over the place, and it's that actually causes the amazing iridescent rainbow colours that you see in rainbow obsidian, which I think is fascinating. But anyway, this is piece E, it's the largest one and it's £29. Moving on to these really cute butterflies. How adorable is that? And this one is made of Trolite, which comes from Brazil. And it has this gorgeous pastel sky blue colour and a teeny bit of sparkle in the sun. And I actually really like these little stands. They look very well made, they're very solid. And these guys would make gorgeous decorations, and they are all just £9 each. So that's the Trolite one. Next up we have a green aventurine one with really pretty green wings. And this one is slightly asymmetrical, but still really pretty. Next up we have this gorgeous purple lepidolite, which has little teeny baby sparkles. And this one is also £9. And then we have this really beautiful high-grade rose quartz, and it's so pale, it almost looks like clear quartz, but in reality there is a pink blush to it, and it's got these iron inclusions in. The other name for those is golden healer, so it's a rose quartz golden healer combo. which is really amazing. Super nice little piece. Pop him back down. And then this one is Sodalite, and it actually has a really nice pattern. I like the way it goes from blue to grey to dark blue. I think that looks really, really striking. I like this one. I like all of them, to be honest. So that's the Sodalite one. And the final one is this Blue Apatite, which on first glance, it doesn't look the highest quality in the world, but is actually completely covered in sparkles. Nice, nice quality. And the back as well, full of sparkles too. So that's the last butterfly, and that one is £9 as well. Next up is another really cute item. These are little moss agate mini skulls, and they are so cute. They kind of look like Neanderthals to me. They have very strong jawlines and slightly flat heads, but they have a lot of character, and I actually think they're really adorable. There's a little close-up so you can see the moss is really nice quality. There's a lot of depth and detail to it. So this is piece A, and it's £6. And actually all 5 of them are £6 because they're all the same size. They just have different patterns on them. And again, this will show all the differences in moss agate. So this is piece B, and you can see this one is a lot more translucent with patches of moss. The patterns on this one are just so striking. Look at his little face. So cute. Piece B is also £6. Now piece C is what I would call tree agate because it's got the creamy white colour with the moss and there's no translucency. It's very opaque. It does have some nice little pops of colour and some nice patterns. To be fair, he does have some blue on him. He's got a little fug there, a few more streaks of blue and some really cool patterns on his face. And this is piece C, also £6. Piece D has gorgeous, gorgeous quartz areas and lovely colours, but wow, he's got his jawline. He reminds me of that dinosaur in that programme I watched when I was a kid. Oh, what's it called? I'm going to have to look it up. So the programme is actually called Dinosaurs, believe it or not. But he reminds me of the dad, this one. I'll just zoom in to show you all of his gorgeous patterns. He looks like he's smiling, doesn't he? I'd be smiling too if my head was as sparkly as that. And, oh crikey, I've missed another one. I thought I got them all. If anyone purchases this handsome chap, I will remove the little invader that's lodged in there, don't worry. So this one is piece D and is £6 too. And now we have piece E, who's very, very green and foresty looking, if that makes sense. Got lovely quartz on his chin, beautiful translucency, lots of gorgeous moss. I'm sure there'll be some rainbows in there. Yeah, there's some little rainbows. Let's see if there's any underneath. Got all these little sparkles on his chin. And this little guy is £6 too. And he's piece E. Onto some slightly larger pieces. This is Mexican Crazy Lace Agate, which, believe it or not, is from Mexico. And it's known for these stunning patterns. And this one just is gorgeous. I think these patterns warrant a bit of a close-up, to be honest. I love the way this is almost like the centre of a geode. And then you've got these little druzy vugs here and there. Pops of yellow and pops of red. And then a gorgeous sparkly vug right there at the base. This bit here is so nice. So this beautiful piece is piece A, and it's just £10. Next up we have piece B, which is slightly larger. And all these would make really, really nice decorations. My supplier actually calls them ornaments. I call them flames, but she calls them ornaments, which I kind of guess they are. But this one, when you look closely, you've got all these little orby islands, peach and yellow colours running through, gorgeous banding all over. And then this sort of seam of banding runs all the way down and all the way through. And you have this lovely fug right in the centre. I think agates are just so interesting. So much going on. So this beautiful piece is piece B, and it's £12. And the last piece, because I only got 3 of these and I don't have any more after this, this is the final piece, and this one's a lot more heavy on the quartz, but it does have banding and all sorts of colours. It's very striking with this one. So you can see that it does have really, really intricate patterns when you look close up. And then it's got these big quartz areas which have got rainbows, and it's got seams of that all the way up to the top. And then gorgeous sparkly vug. It's got more of this lovely banding. Some of it is in really thick translucent bands with loads of depth you can see right down inside, which is super cool. And lots of these druzy areas. And some really, really deep red here with this gorgeous pattern all the way around the outside. And more quartz at the top. And more rainbows. This lovely piece is piece C. It's the largest one and it's £16. So I think we'll go for some spheres next. And these spheres are pink tourmaline in quartz, also known as plum blossom tourmaline, and it's slightly misleading because there's a lot more to it than that. So these pink areas are the pink tourmaline, which is sometimes called rubellite, but that really should apply to more richer red tourmaline, but it's still a gorgeous pink colour. It's got areas of smoky quartz, and these areas, when I see these spheres listed, these are listed as quartz. I personally think that these white areas are actually clevelandite, not quartz, but I haven't had them tested, so I'm not entirely sure, but that's just my personal opinion. But either way, they're really striking, and if anything involves tourmaline, it is fine with me. And I actually think this one's got a seam of lepidolite right here. There are traces of lepidolite, and there are little sparkly areas which I think are mica. Each one has totally unique patterns and combos of the different minerals. Anyone who loves combo materials, this is a good one for you. It's a slightly uncommon material, so it's a little bit pricey, but it's not too bad. So this sphere, there's the size reference, is £23. Piece B is larger. It's got these really, really big areas of tourmaline, lots of really deep, moody quartz, and then these areas here that are really, really flashy, these are the areas that I think are mica. I haven't found a definitive answer on it, but they do have a very mica-esque flash to them. So this is a very dramatic piece. And this is piece B, and it's £29. Piece C, slightly paler tourmaline, but there's lots of it. It's kind of a bit more pastel coloured than the other pieces, but it does have a really nice vibe to it. It's very, very pretty, and it does also have some of these gorgeous flashy areas. So this is piece C, it's the biggest one. It's quite heavy. And it's £32. And then finally we have piece D, and this one has some really vivid, almost gemmy pops of tourmaline. This is more what I'd call rubellite, this colour, and it's got the paler tourmaline, the pink, but it's also got this really gemmy ruby coloured tourmaline running through it as well, which is amazing. On this side we've got some of that lovely flashy mica. We've got some pops of yellow. And then the top is actually covered in sparkles too. It's a bit hard to see here, but it is covered in sparkles. It's really, really nice. And this is actually the smallest piece, piece D, and it's just £21. Okay, we've just got a few more materials to go. So next I'm going to go for these pieces. Now this is actually a man-made material. I don't usually carry man-made materials in the shop, but I saw these and they were so shiny. I just thought, why not? And they were a really good price. So the colours aren't actually showing up on camera anywhere near as vivid as they are in reality. They are so bright. So this is actually an interesting material called silicon carbide, which is also known as carborundum, and it was accidentally discovered in the 1800s by a chap who was trying to make diamonds using electricity, which sounds really fascinating. And these are basically made by heating silica, which is basically sand, with carbon, and then heating them to over 2000 degrees C, and then they form this really strong lattice-shaped crystal with this amazing iridescence on it. Because it's so strong and abrasive, it's actually used industrially in grinding applications, but it's really interesting just seeing the raw form of it, and it is super duper cheap. So this chunk of a piece is just £5. This is the next one. It's covered in those lovely colours too. This material, even though this is man-made, it is found naturally, but only in space, like in meteorites. And there is a naturally occurring form on Earth called moissanite, which is more of a gemstone that looks like diamond. And this piece is £4, and that's piece B. Piece C is a little dinky one, but it's still really sparkly, and it's just £3. Piece D is a bit larger. It does have a bit of an otherworldly look, doesn't it? This one's super sparkly all over, and it is £4. This is the, wow, did you see its entrance then? It was like, hey, I'm here. Why does it sparkle over? Okay, that's more like what it really looks like. Then you bring it over here and it's like, where did the sparkles go? I think it just needs to be out of focus. There you go, it's this colour. This is the last piece. This is piece E, and piece E is just £4 as well. And our final material for the day are these gorgeous lab freeforms, which have got gorgeously bright flashes. And all of these freeforms stand really, really nicely. And it's got a blue flash on the back. And I actually think these might be Madagascan spectralite, because the matrix is very dark for lab, and they have this amazing silvery sheen. You see that silvery sheen that appears? You don't really see that with regular Labradorite from Madagascar. Can you see it there? It's incredible. It's like this amazing starry glitter effect. And I've never seen that on regular lab, but I have seen it on genuine spectralite from Finland. Now this isn't spectralite from Finland because the price would be way higher if it was, but there is a type of spectralite, well, it's been trade named spectralite, from Madagascar, and I'm wondering if this is actually Madagascan spectralite. Even though it's sold to me as lab, I think this is a very high grade lab. So just for comparative purposes, this is a piece of purple flash lab that I've got in the shop. You can see the difference in the colour of the matrix. I'm not saying lab, it can never be this dark, but you know, I mean, this piece is beautiful as well. But this is more what I'd associate with regular lab. This is different. And I think the dark matrix actually really shows the colours off because there's such a contrast. They're both beautiful in their own way, they're just different. So this piece can stand in multiple different directions. It's piece A and it's £12. This is piece B, There's that silvery shimmer. Another thing I've noticed with Spectralite is it can have like a full silver flash as well, which is kind of what this one's got. It's got a violet colour, but mixed with silver, which is really unusual. Rather pretty. And then it's got that silvery flash on the back as well. And then it's got this gorgeous sunset flash, but again, it's got this sort of white gold silver flash here. This one does have a little polishing scrape right there. It's not that noticeable, and it's on what I'd call the back. This is piece B, and it's £8. Piece C has this beautiful orange and gold flash running into blue on this side. Super, super bright. It's only a dinky piece, but it makes up for its size with lots and lots of colour. There's the silver flash again. There isn't a lot of colour on the back of this one, but the front is pretty spectacular. And this one's only dinky. It's only £6. And it's piece C. So piece D has a lovely dark blue flash on this side with silver shimmers and little pops of gold and just hints of purple right there. It can stand in all different directions. And then on this side, it's got these gorgeous sunset purple, pink, blue, gold, orange, and that lovely white gold colour that I like so much. You just got to get the angles right with the light, but you've got the full spectrum of colours there, and you've got that lovely silvery shimmer that the other pieces have too. Piece D is £8. And then our final piece for today, there's that really ethereal shimmer. It has amazing flash. On this side, gorgeous pops of purple, and purple is pretty much the most unusual colour with Lab. So it's really nice to see the purple on there. But this side, the colours are so vibrant, so stunning. And it can stand in multiple different directions. Gorgeous little display piece. And this is the largest piece, piece E, and it's £16. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd appreciate it so much if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future crystal drops. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. That is the most. Look at this. What is that? It's like the tiniest baby flame ever. It will get going in a minute, hopefully. Let's just hide it. There we go. That's piece B. Oh no, I'm sorry. Whack the butterfly. That's not B. It will be the last one. It's always the last one. Yes. And it's got these... It's... Sarah, use your words. Oh gosh. I love the way they appear and disappear as you turn... Oh my days. This is what happens when you mix the world's clumsiest person with breakable objects. Disaster is inevitable. Piece B, where are you? Where are all these bits coming from? Just cleaned it, oh my gosh. £6. Oh my gosh, why has it got so much dust? Why are you so dusty? Just a little purple dot, a perky pinkle. Perky pinkle? Perky pinkle, sorry. A pinky purple. Is it, okay. Focus, you're an adult, just get on with it. Okay. with a, I can't say it now. With a pinky purple dot. Is that a scratch? Do you have a scratch? Why do I always miss a polishing pebble? It's right in his nose. How? Onto a slightly larger material now. It's a larger material, it's a larger shape. What am I talking about? Onto some slightly larger pieces. No, I've started with piece C. Oh my days. We do the little one first. Right, get on with it, Sarah. You can't just look at it all day. So they're comprised... Wait, I've picked the wrong one up. Oh my days, Sarah. Does occur naturally, but only in... I've completely forgotten. I hope you didn't hate this video. No, can't say that, Sarah.